We start every Vitamix demo like this because it is magic. Ah, look at that. Oh, you're just in time. We're making Cashew Queso, which is our dairy-free cheese dip. It's awesome to bring to potlucks, to have in the fridge for snacks, to build an easy kids dinner out of. It's so good. So today I'm gonna show you 8 amazing Vitamix recipes like this, and also show you how I put nuts and a red pepper and seasoning into here and got hot, steamy queso. All right, we are making Thai basil tomato soup. We're using a Vitamix X2, which is one of the top of the line models. You can get one right now at blendingforgood.com, where you get an exclusive welcome kit that will show you all of the recipes that I'm gonna show you today. So how do we get hot soup from roasted tomatoes, a shallot and some garlic, veggie broth, a little bit of canned coconut milk, 2 dates, some basil, Thai basil if you can find it, and some red curry paste without a heating mechanism? The answer is friction. The blades are just gonna move really, really fast and heat the soup. So I'm gonna set it on the soup setting and press go. That looks gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna try this Thai tomato soup. That is so good and super flavorful, but I wanna kick it up one notch with some cashew cream on top. Cashews, some garlic, some salt, and a lime, a little bit of water. All right, I'm excited to try this. The cashew cream is like creamy and velvety, and it makes it like top chef quality. So good. Stick around because we're going to the other end of the thermometer and we're gonna make strawberry banana nice cream in the same container. By the way, that was the cleaning cycle I just did. I just added a few drops of dish soap and water and pressed cleaning cycle on here, and it cleaned the entire container. No problem. So if you're here and you already have a Vitamix, we'd love to know what brought you here, what brought you to us, what your favorite blends are. Let us know. And if you don't feel like typing words, you can always just hit the thumbs up button. One of the things that I love the most is dessert, and I have passed that on to my children, and they also love dessert. But sometimes I need a healthy dessert alternative, and that's where nice cream comes in. If you check out the listing on blendingforgood.com, you'll see that we include a tamper and a tamper holder. Everything in our house has a place, and this is where the tamper lives. So why is the tamper important? Because when you take frozen ingredients like frozen strawberries, frozen bananas, and a little bit of milk of your choice, and you blend on high speed, the tamper, it's your partner in turning this into ice cream. Top on, lid plug out, tamper in, high speed. We're gonna push down from the corners into the blade, and we're gonna turn the sound down a little bit for you so you don't have to hear the blender. It's gonna feel wrong, but your blender can handle this task. We have talked to Vitamix Tech, and they say you could make nice cream in your blender every single day for 10 years, and it would still work like a charm. And that's the sound of being ready. So turned frozen ingredients into perfect nice cream that scoops like a dream. All right, kids love it with sprinkles. We really like it with shaved coconut on top. We were so busy I forgot to try it, and this is one of my favorite things that we make, so That's so good. It's so smooth and so creamy. Stick around because the next thing we're gonna make is a green smoothie that even picky eaters really like. Welcome back. We are sticking with the X2. They are in stock right now at blendingforgood.com. This is the elevated color, midnight blue. Remember that you get concierge-inspired expertise and support. You get the tamper holder. And because 1 in 5 kids in America is facing hunger, we are partnering with No Kid Hungry to provide 100 meals for every single blender sold from blendingforgood.com. Expert guidance plus impact, that's our whole thing here. So what's the secret ingredient to green smoothies that picky eaters love? The orange, frozen mango, the milk of choice. Is it the banana? Must be like special greens. And the secret to this is really kind of an aha moment, which is on the next page. Picky eaters have a thing with texture. So if you can make a smoothie that you don't have to chew, that's the secret. It's a smoothie with like a velvety texture. It's not a salad. So how does the X2 do this? Some of the really popular blenders rely on blades that are super sharp, like a disposable razor, but Vitamix uses laser cut hammer mill blades that are barely even sharp. And they're integrated into this system that's engineered kind of like a spaceship. So what comes out is velvety. The best way to describe it is like if you're eating a sugar packet versus eating powdered sugar. It's the same ingredient, but it's a totally different taste. Smooth, it's creamy, nothing to chew. I know I alluded to this before, but these hammer mill blades are affixed to the bottom, which makes it so that it's really easy to clean because it's all one piece. It's so delicious. All right, stick around because the next thing we're doing is something. All right, welcome back. We are making nut butter now, and I have to admit we eat really a lot of nut butter in our house, and I feel really bad about buying those one-time use plastic containers of peanut butter, knowing that they're eventually gonna end up in the landfill. So while I don't exclusively make my own nut butters, I do feel like a really righteous human and a good mom when I make it homemade. This is one ingredient, peanut butter. Peanuts. Top off, peanuts in, top on. This is another tamper recipe, so you'll push the ingredients down into the blade. We're gonna go on high speed for 1 minute. So out of that just one ingredient, I got super smooth peanut butter. We make all different kinds of nut butter. You can do cashew butter, you can do pecan butter, and you can also get crazy with the mix-ins. So we do like a monkey butter with dried bananas and cinnamon. Delicious. That is, try to talk with a spoonful of peanut butter in your mouth. The best thing about this is not just that it makes your house smell delicious, and you made your own nut butter, but that you are saving a plastic jar from going into the landfill. Stick around because I'm gonna show you another way to make nut butter and how you can make your Vitamix a 2-in-1 machine. Yeah. Welcome back. The Vitamix X2 can make nut butter with this standard issue 48-ounce container, but I wanna show you how you can expand it into a 2-in-1 with this food processor attachment. All right, I am going to start with the thin slice disc. Watch what this can do to a cucumber. And a carrot. Perfect thin slices for your salads, for anything that you want to make with a thin slice. And then I want to show you that this thin slice disc you can flip over to the small shred. And we're going to do a small shred of sweet potato for sweet potato hash. So you see how that's shredded? So this is both a mandolin and a shredder. But then you also have this S-Blade, which is a multi-use tool. That's how you would make nut butter hands-free. But we also make things like hummus, falafel, dairy-free ricotta for our lasagna, homemade veggie burgers, little energy balls like our Iron Bites. Those are really popular. All right, I am using the small shred to make our detox salad. I'm gonna do cabbage. Cauliflower, and kale. This is the perfect Sunday meal prep. You can make a big batch and eat it all week. But stick around because we need to dress this thing. So usually we go easy with the detox salad and we just dress it with olive oil and balsamic. This is where we're gonna go back to the 48-ounce container. This is the perfect size for dressing without having to make a huge batch. It's elevated. You can do a no oil version. We've got a cilantro avocado recipe, but today we are making our bright blueberry balsamic vinaigrette. The ingredients are blueberries, you can use fresh or frozen, balsamic, a little bit of sweetener, we're using maple syrup, but you could use a date, some Dijon mustard, a couple of cracks of pepper in, and then I'm gonna start blending, and then I'm gonna emulsify through the top like a Top Chef. I'm gonna put the olive oil through the top while it's blending to emulsify. So the detox salad will take any dressing that you put on it, but this blueberry balsamic is actually better on a spinach salad, and I just happen to have one right here. Ah, it's so pretty. I wanna try it. Those are so bright. This is one of those things that you bring to a dinner party and people are like, wow. Okay, so stick around. We're gonna do one more lifestyle expander that you may not have realized was possible with a blender. Oh, and the last thing we're gonna do in the X2, we're gonna do smoothie bowls. This is our classic no yolk green juice blend. It's gingery, it's lemony, it's zero waste, has more nutrition, more fiber, and doesn't give you that blood sugar spike. So we start with water, 1 orange, 1 apple, skins on, fruit, greens, kale, spinach, seeds. Today we're doing chia and flax. And then we do lemon and ginger, which is what's gonna give it that bright, fresh flavor. And you can also keep the skin on this one. We're gonna do, so we've got fruit, green, seeds, lemon, ginger, ice on top. I'm using the 64-ounce container because we like to make a full batch. We make one of these every other day. My meat and potatoes father-in-law has had a glass of this every day without missing a day, probably for 2,000 days in a row, because he had a health scare that involved his gallbladder, and now he makes this green juice. So I'm gonna blend it up for 1 minute on high speed, and I'm gonna get fresh green juice. All right, so this is our fresh green juice. Tastes bright and like summery and healthy without tasting like grass, basically. It's absolutely delicious. I feel like I could talk for an hour about this green juice and how much I love it for my family, but we already have a video with 250,000 views where Lenny explains all about it. So you can watch that video next. Welcome back. I have a confession to make, which is that I love weekend special breakfast, but I just cannot buy a smoothie bowl. So we're gonna make some. I'm gonna use milk of choice, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries, a frozen banana. That's what's gonna make it creamy. Optional flax, and then a smoothie bowl packet, it's an acai packet. All right, and remember the technique that we used to push the ingredients from the corners into the blade. All right, so this is the perfect smoothie bowl consistency. I'm making 3 little ones for the kids. And then you can dress them up however you want. You can use fresh fruit, dried fruit, nuts, seeds, coconut, granola. The trick is to have different textures, some crunch, and everyone's favorite part, some of that nut butter that we made earlier. Thick, creamy, crunchy with the toppings. I wanted to let you guys know that these X2s are in stock over at our store, blendingforgood.com. You get expert guidance, you get ongoing support, 100 meals for kids. We're an authorized retailer with a price match guarantee, and you get free shipping and returns. Okay, what's next?